Cancer, right. Welcome to your reading with me, Adrian Nelson, and this is a love reading. I'm not putting a date on here. I'm gonna put it out there in the universe that whenever you see this, this is the right time for you to see this reading. All right. Now, this is just a general love reading. Please take it as it resonates. When I'm done with the cycles, I'm basically doing Aries to Pisces, taking some time off Aries to Pisces, around the zodiac wheel. So after I'm done with these love readings, I'm going to do new love readings, and those are for you that are maybe in a new connection, or for those of you that are interested in maybe connecting with someone new. I'm going to do twin flame after that, and the readings before this one was your September readings. Okay, so if you look at this reading and it doesn't sort of resonate with you, or you'd like to have more information about it, you can always look at your Venus placement, because that is all about love and romance. Or you can also look at your moon, which is about emotions. And if you don't know where those placements are for you, there's a link in the description that will show you where they actually are. Okay. I would really appreciate you liking the video. Thank you for all of you that are making donations. And also to let you know, obviously, if you subscribe to the channel, then when those readings are coming up, you're going to you're going to obviously know about that. All right. For any of you that are interested in learning how to read the tarot, I've got a link in the description for my detailed online tarot reading course. And I'm running an incredible special at the moment. I'm going to let you know about that throughout the reading. All right. So for your reading, we are going to start off by actually looking at you. We're going to start off looking at your current space, at your current situation, looking at, first of all, so this is you. This is your current space. This is the current situation that we are having. And then we are going to look at the challenges that might be facing the situation at the moment. We're going to look at some universal guidance, that sort of thing. And then we are also going to look at your person as well as the potential outcome for this reading. All right. Along with that, oops, that one fell out right away, two of them. So along with that, we're going to clarify the reading. So we're going to clarify this current space that also represents you. We are going to clarify the challenges or the challenging space and the lessons that need to be learned that you will benefit from. And then we're also going to clarify the potential outcome as well as the person that you are dealing with. All right. Then closing of the reading, we are going to have a direct message from the universe, see what it is that the universe might have to say to you, direct message there for you, Cancers. And then just before we do all of that, we're going to start off with a message from the universe for you. I love these cards. They are so amazing. My eyes are closed while I'm doing this. Okay. Woohoo, nice one. All right. And then just lastly, just before we start the reading, we're going to draw two more clarifying cards, and this is going to be for this overall energy. Okay. Yeah, and this one definitely wants to come out. So let's have a look together and see what we have. So we're going to stay with this one first that says change is always good. Now, Cancer, if there's one thing in this world that you typically don't sort of leap towards with open arms, it's change. All right. And it's a little bit of a give and take sometimes, and I mean, it's not just in love, it's in experiences in life as well. It could even show in things like, say, for example, you go to your favorite store that you normally go to, and you get there and then say it's under construction or something like that. It could be really quite annoying for you to have that experience. But then in the same token, fast forward some time, if that particular store that's your favorite start to fall behind and it's not sort of like, on track with all the other stores or all the other expectations, then that might annoy you as well. So try not to get too much into the details of change at the moment. All right. I would recommend, Cancer, that you try your best to remind yourself that everything in life is changing, that nothing in life is a constant, that the only constant in life is the fact that it isn't a constant. You know what I'm saying? But also when it pertains to love, Um, then what I do feel for most of you is that where you are at the moment, it seems to be a very solid space. It can feel very solid at the time you're looking at this reading, but there might be some changes that are coming your way. Those are not necessarily bad changes either. In fact, it could be really, really good changes. But the thing about changes is that when they start, and they can be really, really good changes, but if you get highly annoyed by it and you get very upset and very angry and all those type of things, you go like then you can actually create some conflict and friction and manifestations that you don't actually want to have. Let's see at the back. It says, actually, the only effective way of changing another person is by changing yourself. You know what they say? Be the change that you want to see in the world. It works every time, guaranteed. And this is from the universe. Though I'm kind of partial to the way you are right now, Talio, the universe. All right. So we're speaking about change over there. There's change in the air. And I must tell you, even though I don't have clarity whether it's good or bad, I get a very neutral sort of vibe over there, which really does have the potential to sort of unfold really, really positively. Okay, let's look at the clarification that we have 6 of inspiration and 5 of wands. Most definitely good. Because the 6 of inspiration, the 6 of wands is coming into your shine, coming into your moment, coming into your light. So for some of you Cancers, especially those of you that are single, or maybe you've been seeing someone for a while, and it might be that you started to fall almost in a bit of a routine with the way the two of you, are interacting. And then you might be dealing with someone, and this might actually catch you completely out of the blue, because for some of you, you might be as single could possibly be, and no interest in being with anybody. Yeah, you kind of check that one out and you check that one out, but very much happy with your life the way that it is at the moment, king of your castle, queen of your castle, you know, sort of very much Hakuna Matata, like remember Timon and Pumbaa? Hakuna Matata. What a wonderful phrase. I'm very off tune there. Hakuna Matata. Ain't no passing craze. Means no worries for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. Timon and Pumbaa. I remember when I was younger, much younger, still a young little boy, I would actually wake up very early on a Friday. We lived in the country in South Africa, and I work not a Friday, a Saturday. I wake up really, really early to actually watch Timon and Pumbaa. Oh, I used to love it. But you know what I like so much, Cancer, is that every wish, every desire that you actually had, when it comes to love, I actually feel it in a space here coming true. So this is you making that special connection, making that beautiful special connection. Or even if you are with someone at the moment now, take obviously Cancer, you're not the sort of person to take, love very lightly. But you could be with someone and you guys are, you're having fun, and you never really thought it's going to become anything more. But you might be dealing with someone they see your magic, they see your light, and they get a little bit more serious than you actually thought that they might. And I really don't feel it's a bad thing. In fact, I feel it's a really, really good thing. And there's a reminder here with the 5 of voices. Don't compare, if there's a new person coming here for you, don't compare them to sort of like the previous person, even if they remind you of that person quite a lot. Now, when I say that, I don't, I'm obviously not referring to recreating the same situation with a different person that might have sort of like, dispelled you in funny ways before. But what I'm speaking about is, if you've got a brand new person coming in here with good intentions, and it's almost like when you check in your heart, it sits very well with you. Now, I don't want to tell you what to do, but if I were in your shoes, I would be open to give this person a chance. I wouldn't just assume that they might have some sort of agenda that they are running, because we started off with reminding you that change is good. Change can evoke a lot of fear within us sometimes, but it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a bad thing. All right. And also remember that you can decide for yourself. You can say, okay, you're with this new person, you can decide for the situation for yourself, and you can say, okay, so this is what I need to have. And you can even be openly communicative with that person, or you can keep it yourself, whatever your choice is. But this is what I need. And if those needs are not met, then I will have to, leave the situation. So, you can do it like that. So you don't have to blindside yourself either. You know what I'm saying? Um, but change can always be good, and choice is good. All right. Now let's look at your current space. In your current space, you've got the uncharted sea. Who else got this? I think it was Gemini. I think it was Gemini who also got this. I did those readings much earlier today. It's much later now. It's like Saturday evening. No idea what the time is. It's probably around about 7:30, 8 p.m., something like that. Um, But Cancer, this is a space where you might have become incredibly comfortable in the space that you are, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I feel what's happened over there is that your space of comfort, your level of comfort, has become of such a nature that there might be no interest whatsoever in your life to implement any changes, as maybe changes within your own life, as in things that you decide to bring in yourself, but not necessarily another person. Now the thing to remember is that if you want to have love, then you've got to be willing to sort of play the love game, like Lady Gaga says, play a love game. Well, that's a very different sort of song. I don't even know why I'm so on music today, but anyway, um might be time here to shift probably what your north is. I also feel that for many of you, Cancer, you've got very high unreasonable expectations. And the reason why, for many of you, I feel you've got these high unreasonable expectations. I'm not saying that if you look at it that you have it. It is entirely up to you to do that introspection and to see for yourself whether this resonates with you or not. But sometimes when we have those really, really high expectations and nobody can ever meet that sort of high expectations, it's actually a way of keeping ourselves from moving forward or from doing something else. It's sort of like a safety mechanism, but it actually comes from fear. And anything coming from fear, it doesn't really matter what it is. When the energy behind what you do, where you go, what you do, what you don't do, when it is fueled by fear, at some point that nastiness has to stick out its head. You know what I'm saying? Um, let's look at the challenges here for you. It's a bit of a interesting situation. There we go. There we go. There we go. Beyond the ordinary. Okay. 4 is about stability. 5 is about new beginnings and numerology. In tarot, 5 is about also that next step, basically things that you're getting stuck at. 4 plus 5 equals 9. And in numerology, number 9, say where in tarot number 10 is the end of cycles and a new beginning is sort of imminent. In tarot number 9 is that number before 10, so it's a number of hope. I feel, Cancer, that the challenge here for you, and this is why I feel it's starting there in your current space already, because life is trying to prepare you. And if you saw this reading, it's no coincidence. Remember, nothing happens by coincidence. You are everything and everything is you. You're connected to everything. Everything is connected to you. So life is trying to be proactive here with you, because the one is about to step forward. And I feel for many of you, this is not typically the sort of person that you would, see yourself being with. And this may not resonate for everybody, but I feel the reason why that is because this might be someone that is, I suppose, seen as sort of like almost out of your league, And it doesn't mean that you've got low self-confidence or anything like that, or don't love yourself. It's none of those things. All this is speaking about is if you are okay, I'm in Cape Town in South Africa, but let's imagine that let's say we're talking about me over here, okay? And let's say that, for example, I live in the UK, I live in England, let's make it London, and I might be just a regular bloke, or I could be a very successful businessman, whatever the case may be, but I don't really expect, that one of the royal members are going to come to me and, try to have a relationship with me, I mean, obviously, it's not that I was going to say uncommon, but that sounds a little bit pun, like a pun. But obviously because also I am homosexual, so I mean, imagine if one of the royal members decide to to have a relationship with me, it will be front page news like nobody's business. So there's something like that here for you that's happening for you. um, I feel maybe a world, a circumstance that not bad, actually very, 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 very good, but it might be a little bit difficult to adapt to that. But remember, the change is always good. All right, but you might feel a little bit out of your depth here initially. Having the socks a little bit knocked off you, almost like new love. Even if you're dealing with someone, you could be dealing with someone where you're about to leave this person, and all of a sudden it's like they're doing this whole 360. But for most of you, I feel that this is a space of a new person, even maybe somebody that stepped away and that's coming back, but they are coming back and they're coming back in their full power. You could be dealing here with a Virgo, and I will tell you why I would say that. Why I would say that, Cancer, is because Virgo has got a thing that if Virgo shows up, I mean, my goodness, the red carpet cannot compare to a Virgo because they show up in all their glory. Okay. Um, but then, I mean, that is actually true for Aquarius, that's true for Gemini, that's true for a number of signs, actually. So please don't try to sort of like just commit so much into what it should be. But your world is about to be expanded here, and it's going to be a little bit overwhelming. And remember, the change is good. All right. It could be knocking your socks off, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. Maybe walking barefoot is really quite nice. I'm forever barefoot, by the way. Outcome, person that you're dealing with, sorry, earth magic. This is about new beginnings. This is a very airy sort of energy, actually. This earth magic card, also with that number one there with new beginnings. Earth magic is about when you think about it. So, and when I first heard this, it actually really, really sort of like just blew my mind in a very positive way. I was doing this crystal healing course for this corporate company, and I was doing research, and I came across this sort of thing in a blog, and I was like, oh wow. So a couple of billion years ago, and I'm going to be very quick about this. So a couple of billion years ago, there was just sort of dust and like gases and stuff floating around in space, and there was gravity and all that pulled together, and that started to form planet Earth. Fast forward a couple of billion years later, life started to spring from the Earth, and that life eventually included human life. So we are all part of how the Earth expresses life. Okay, isn't that amazing? Like when you really think about it, we are all part of how the earth expresses life. We all come from the same source. We are really, really, really all one. And that's a good thing for you to remember over there, Cancer, that when you make this connection, that really knocks your socks off, because I feel this is a new person coming in for you, and it's you don't even see this one coming, but this is like you winning the jackpot of love. All right. And it's unlocking new things in your world. All the desires in your heart that you had, it's coming out over there. You are dealing there with somebody that's got the most beautiful, positive intentions. How beautiful is that? Now, let's clarify this space where you are at the moment, the current space, the uncharted sea. We've got the Seven of Emotions, which was also in the Gemini reading, as well as the Justice card. There are things in your life at the moment. I feel that it's almost like um, I feel, Cancer, that you might say, okay, well, love might be nice, it might be cute, and you might be looking at some prospects or possibilities, or thinking, oh well, I'd like to be with them and I'd like to be with them. But I feel that you are concerned with other things in your life. There's other things in your life that is almost like pulling your attention at the moment, maybe even more than it needs to. But this is where the incredible thing in life can happen sometimes, because I feel that because you are not so much focused on love, you focus more on your life and maybe your career and that sort of stuff. You're not thinking about love, which means you are in total surrender with that space of love. And if you want to say, okay, I don't want to be in surrender anymore, I'm going to stop it now, too late, boo, it's already flowing for you, okay? But this is a beautiful connection, justice energy there, Libra energy. And look at that release taking place there, gentle release. And here again, you are being reminded that first of all, there are universal energies that is at work here, working on your light side, working on your dark side. There's a beautiful balance so that you can step forward. But the process of your unfolding is so beautiful. And this reminds me of, of that saying that, when you're so woke, like sort of like, for those of you that don't know what woke is, what is it, like spiritually aligned, I'm so aware of everything in the universe. Sorry. When you're so woke that you realize that being woke is just another thing that you need to wake from, I don't know, being spiritually awakened, you realize that it's just another awakening that you need to awake from. It's incredible. I feel there's a wonderful alignment that's taking place for you. You're lighting up here. You've put a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of energy into this. You've cried every single tear that you needed to cry, and now it's time to release gently. Okay. I think in essence, this reading is saying to you, don't hold on. Don't hold on to life. Don't hold on to money. Don't hold on to jobs. Don't hold on to people. Don't hold on to friends. Don't hold on to partners. Don't hold on to family. Don't hold on to anything. Okay. Any person leaving your life at the moment, somehow I feel there's a beautiful energy at work for you at this particular point in time. So people might leave your life or might have left your life, and you might be busy releasing at the moment, because I feel for some of you with the 7 emotions, 7 of cups, there might be that you either release some people or is busy releasing some people. And I feel that you're taking that energy off like a cloak at the moment, because it might have felt very heavy. You might have had maybe like a twin flame or a soulmate, a close soulmate that was with you. Even with the twin flame thing, sometimes twin flames come in to just shake things up, So you might have had a twin flame connection that you thought this was the one, or maybe a very close soul family member. So there might have been a lot of hurt, a lot of pain, a lot of disappointment that might have been present here in your life. But I feel that you're coming out of that at the moment, because that energy was holding you back. It was blocking your positive manifestation. All right. Now, let's look at the challenges here for you, because the challenge here is accepting almost like that higher version of yourself. So remember when we were speaking about the store early on, and we were saying that sometimes you get a little bit frustrated while the mechanics of things are going on, because it's sort of an inconvenient and it's unfamiliar, and you don't know where to go, and it's not that easy on the brain. But when all of that is done, then that is when all this beauty comes to you, and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm so happy they changed this. Look at that, they have water fountains in the aisles now. How beautiful is this? This is just amazing. It's so beautiful, it's so zen, it's so peaceful. I love shopping here. It could actually be that sort of experience. The same thing can apply to love for you. Okay, this is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This connection is not just another flash in the pan. This is your soulmate. This is your divine counterpart. This is the person that you might probably grow old with. Okay, now let's see the challenges. 4 of voices, which is 4 of swords, and the Fool. Okay, so a challenge here for you at the moment with this situation, Cancer, something that you might want to, be open to, is that your life is changing. There's no doubt about that. That is a fact, like as much as a fact could possibly be. And it's changing in a beautiful way. You're stepping into power. Now, I don't want you to misunderstand me in the slightest when I say this, but there were connections in your life, which could have been a partner. It could have been maybe a close friend, a family member, a business partner, a job, something that might have been very precious to you, or someone that might have been very precious to you. With that release there, with the 7 of emotions and the Justice card, there was that release taking place, but it was necessary, because their energy was heavy and it was holding you back. But, and this is very important, even though there was that experience, that was also a lesson that was necessary for you to learn. Because remember, if it's time for you to level up, sometimes you need to get a little bit shaken, especially if you're very stuck in your ways, which I feel that for many of you, you sort of are. But there's no need to get anxiety because you are gearing towards a new beginning, a beautiful beginning. Things are starting to I feel almost shift into place for you, Cancer. Your life is becoming easier, so you may have been very, very challenged before. You may have been in a space before where you didn't know which way to turn. You felt that you were losing left, right, and center, but you're stepping into a new energy, into a new space. You've done the preparatory work. You have done the release. You've done the inner healing. You've done the inner work, and boom, your person stepping forward. Okay, and I feel a very familiar energy here. So I don't really feel that this is a whole big palaver thing that's happening over here, but this might be someone that you've maybe been friends with, that maybe you will just like on a good sort of like like a level with each other, but I don't really feel that you might have ever thought that there might be anything more, with this person. Not because you're selling yourself short or any of those things, just really because I just don't really feel that you thought that person might be interested in you. Not because of anything negative on your side or on their side. It's just that it's almost like you don't feel like they might have ever been interested in you, but this person's been watching you for a while. So you could actually be dealing with like a Gemini or like an Aquarius, or once again, it could be a Virgo. Um, I could say Aries because of that energy, but Aries is a more sort of, even when Aries watch you from a distance, still you're somehow aware of them. They never sort of completely inconspicuous. They just too curious, and they just too, they're happy people. I love Aries. They're so amazing. Okay, now also to let you know, so we're going to look at that potential outcome. We're going to look at the person that you're dealing with. But I also wanted to let you know, I completely forgot to actually tell you. I said I was going to tell you in the reading, but I am running a special at the moment on readings. They $25. And for my South African supporters, that's 370 rands. So it's like a 30 minutes reading, 30 minutes, 35 minutes, very similar to this. And then what I will do is I will record a video for you, and I will send you a private link. So you can look at that reading as many times as you need to. There's a big breakthrough here for you, Cancer. Those details are at the bottom. I can't be speaking about those things right now. If you want to have a personal reading, think about it, consider it. The details are it's below. There's a breakthrough here for you, Cancer, and it's a big, massive breakthrough. Like this is huge. This changes everything for you. Okay, Earth magic. Oh my goodness. So there you've got the Lovers, which is a Gemini energy. And I can't be 100% sure. I think in the challenge we had this card for Gemini. I can't remember. I can't remember. And I'll tell you why. When I do a reading, in between the time of the reading, I disconnect from the one to reconnect to the energy of the other one. So that is the reason why I don't remember. Because I'm present in this reading. I can't still have other things over there, because in order to channel for you with the collective consciousness that I channel that call themselves Smile My Team, I have to be present. Okay, but you've got the Lovers over here with the number 6, and when you turn the number 6 around, it becomes 9. So it's a number of hope and prosperity and promise. The Lovers was also, it used to be called choice. Before it was called the Lovers, it used to be called choice. This is a divine intervention, or let's rather say a divine counterpart, but it's a beautiful flow. This is a fated connection. This was meant to be with Page of Voices. I do feel that when all is said and done, Cancer, you are seeing this for what it is. This is a beautiful new beginning, and even though it might be a little bit challenging initially for you to open yourself to this, I see you open yourself going forward fully for this beautiful connection, because this is the partner you've been waiting for your whole lifetime. So you can maybe look at the new love reading that's going to come out next if you would like to do that. We're looking at your overall reading over here, and look at that beautiful connection that we've got with Pentacles over there, along with this is the King of Wands and the Sun card. I mean, come on, So this is I feel that this is a space where going forward you might be able to do things that you always wanted to do so much faster, so much better, so much quicker, so much more efficiently, because obviously with this upgrade of energy that's taking place, money naturally follows. Because when we in life, and this is something that I always try to encourage with all my clients that I work with, tarot life coaching, I teach it to my psychic development students. And if you're interested in learning tarot, there's also, I told you that there's a link in the description for my course. But when you can find something in life that is almost like more important than money, then money follows by default. Okay. And so for you, when you find love, Cancer, we all know for you, love is the ultimate everything. And so when you find love, everything else falls into place. And everything else is about to fall into place for you beautifully. You've got a powerful new beginning happening over here. And the reason for that is because you are finding the love of your life. And they everything. They really literally everything. And I mean, look at this. This love is this new connection is taking you to new heights. Okay, this new connection is taking you to the most beautiful new heights. And so, just to summarize for you, Cancer, changes are taking place. You don't have to really do anything, just have the willingness within you to say, okay, so change is coming, I'm not going to fight it. All right, I'm going to go with the process. I'm going to trust that the universe has got my back. Yes, it's going to knock you a little bit off your feet over there. You might have a little bit of, oh my goodness, really? But like me, but it's a beautiful connection. This is a fated twin flame connection here for you. And it leads to so much happiness and so much joy. And I feel that the thing is, Cancer, when you are really in love and you're comfortable with someone, it happens with close friendships as well, you become that complete weirdo. You're quirky and you're dancing and you're doing all those type of things that most people, if anybody ever told them that you did that, they would swear that person's telling a lie. You're getting someone that you can be that with, that you can express the fullness of who you are. And it actually, even though it seems like the ultimate point of arrival, it actually opens all the doors for you. It's like going to heaven, and there's the golden paved road and the pearly gates, like pearly gates, all beautiful and shining, and birds are going chirp chirp chirp, and it's flowers are opening. Really, really beautiful. Okay, that resonates with you, claim it for yourself without a doubt. Let the universe take care of the details. Don't worry too much about the details. If you say yes, let the universe take care of the details. Okay? But that's what I've got for you, Cancer. I hope that helps. Look at that heart there, but beyond the ordinary. If it resonates with you, I'd really appreciate you liking the video. Remember to subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell so that you know when your new love and your twin flame reading are, when those readings are coming out. If you're interested in a personal reading, details are down below in the description, and I will see you next time. Namaste, love and light. Bye, beautiful souls.